guys, welcome! This is BrickVlog 46. Now, this is gonna be a simple vlog. I wanna do two things in this video. First of all, I wanna show you that we've been working on this place, and some of these guys behind me, as you probably have seen in that intro sequence, were updated with some smaller collections that we had still in the bags. Now they are in this place, so we're gonna talk about that for a bit. I just wanna show you what happened, and then we will switch to Q&A, because you guys, I've asked you to post questions for Q&A. I've got it old school on a piece of paper, so I don't have to go through my phone, just on the paper, and I'm gonna answer like 10, 12, whatever questions that you guys asked that I picked to be quite interesting and hopefully funny. Alright, but now let's switch real quick before we go into that Q&A to show you what's happening in those displays. Alright, so we are here on the, if you see, there's the entrance to the room, so that's the first display when you enter. First of all, we have split Harry Potter into two different shelves. As you remember, Harry Potter was on a one big stand. Now we wanted to like split it so we can put some, you know, iconic sets in it. So there's the Hogwarts Express from 2019, Harry Potter stuff, about halfway there, and then there is the rest of it below with the Whomping Willow and the Ford Anglia, that three-headed thingy dog, and also the collectible minifigures from Fantastic Beasts split into a different stand. That being said, Lord of the Rings has been moved to a lower shelf, so now we have entire Lord of the Rings collection right next to that Balrog that's a custom design from our web store, and some of the elements from these sets that we found to be, you know, exceptional to be displayed, like the Gandalf with his hawk, and also those wargs from the orc army. Alright, below there's still some space left, so we've got Indiana Jones right here, all the minifigs, and this is the space where all the Jurassic World stuff will go. So we have some of these guys from the latest wave. I'm working on some of the dinosaurs plus that pack that has to go somewhere here with possibly additional stuff. Moving on, we have Overwatch, including that exclusive Blizzard Bastion. Lego will probably continue doing some Overwatch sets. I think there are like 2 or 3 Overwatch sets to be still made. Then the Simpsons were moved to this location right here with the 2 sets so far, plus all the minifigures. Above that, we have Lego Movie 1 display with some elements from Lego Movie 2, like that metal bird. Above that, it's a bit cluttered, it's gonna get changed a bit with that clutter, but so far we have all the Lego Movie minifigures. On one side there is the split, and then we have the actual Unikitty show plus Unikitty collectible minifigures. One is missing, as you can see, because it got lost somewhere in the move. Alright, upper side is the custom Eagle 5. It's a bit dark because of the lights, but yeah, custom Eagle 5 from Spaceballs. There's the Mach 5, the Back to the Future custom with minifigures from the Ideas set, Beatles, and the newest Flintstones. That Steamboat Willie will probably end up somewhere here, or maybe we're gonna have a custom Disney collection in some other place. This left one here is the Silent Mary from Pirates of the Caribbean. There is the Pirates of the Caribbean right above it. As you guys see, that's all the guys from that collection of awesome minifigures. Then we have Toy Story with one set on display, and also Angry Birds from that very small collection from the movie. Below you can see the custom Adventure Time stuff. That's the Ideas set mixed together with some Dimensions minifigures, and also the custom treehouse that we've built about a year ago, I think. Above that is 2 spaces, 2 shelves for Minecraft. So we built an additional stand, as you can see, you guys have seen in the previous vlog, but now we have split those minifigures to get extra spacing right here, and anticipating more Minecraft minifigures, we just have extra space to accommodate that as well. But most likely Minecraft will be slowing down in terms of exclusive items that will be coming out in the future sets. Above, also Minecraft, and here we have SpongeBob that most likely will be ending up with some sort of an extra set here. Quick look on the Marvel case, as I call it. That's not really Marvel, that's Horizon Zero Dawn plus Terminator at the bottom. Then we have a Marvel shelf with some random stuff like the Quinjet and the Hulkbusters right here, Ant-Man from Comic-Con. Above we have some Spider-Man stuff like that Venom and that custom polybag Venom from a few years back. We have part of the Marvel collection going up, and then that's where it starts with all the Marvel minifigures so far, plus Comic-Con minifigures at the very top. The next case to it is the Batman case, or DC case as we call it. Below you have all the biggest Batmobiles, starting from the 1989, the custom Batbike, and also the tumbler from the Dark Knight. We have the Batman movie, Lego Batman movie collection in one spot, and then there is the Batman collection in the other shelf, all the Batman characters plus Bruce Wayne, as you can see, plus that Comic-Con collectible minifigure, actually two, and then above is DC. Mixed DC with supervillains and superheroes from the DC universe in different configurations. Some of the Lego Batman movie characters as well here, the biggest ones, and as well on top is the DC side of things from Comic-Con. This was worked on throughout the last week and so on. That's the entire Ninjago case. So you guys can see on the top we have some of the favorite things and items and sets from the Lego Ninjago movie. This one is really cool actually, the Green Dragon, the Green Mech Dragon. Going below we have all the villains from Ninjago, starting from the first season and moving towards the current seasons with Garmadon at the end. And below we have mostly good guys and civilians and so on. So Master Wu, Lloyd, civilians are still, there's a bag of civilians I have to put in there, somewhere in the warehouse. Plus we have all the Ninjago movie guys right here with the collection at the end. And below we have ninjas separated by color. So we have Jay, Cole, Kai, Zane, Nia. At the bottom we have the big sets. Oh, I just stepped on something. Big sets including the Ninjago City, the Ninjago City Docks, and also one of my favorites, the Destiny's Bounty from Ninjago movie. This is still a bit of a work in progress, but we have Star Wars display with MOX from Jarek at the top, the awesome TIE Fighter TIE ship collection. Then we have Star Wars chronologically. That takes one case. The below spot is for one of the big 8080s or something big. We're gonna see what's gonna fit there, probably an 8080. On the other side is another Star Wars display. There's the U-Wing, some creatures, actually all the creatures, elements like the droid or the spider droids or the droid vehicles, plus the Star Wars minifigures as they keep going like that, with some micro elements at the very top. And this display is still like a work in progress, so we have the big TIE silencer at the bottom, along with the Porg versions, plus the UCS R2 and BB-8. We have some Comic-Con elements in here. This is an empty shelf that will be filled with something, we don't really know what yet. And here are the MOGs that are available in our web store, like the different ones, actually not only Star Wars. You can see the Battlestar Galactica, this one is really cool, the LAAT, and also some of the remaining Jarek's designs from Force Awakens, and the TIE Defender, of course. Alright, so that was the display update. Now on to the Q&A, the promised Q&A. Let's go. How do you guys manage your time with your channel and your personal lives? Great question, and it's a very important aspect of this work. I have a family, Charlie has a family, Jack has a wife. Everybody tries to like manage time between the work and the families and important things in your life. So we just like don't push ourselves too crazy. Sometimes there are deadlines, sometimes they are late nighters in the studio if you want to finish a video by the deadline, if it's like a really important video. But most of the time I keep balance between what I do here and when I shut down outside of anything Lego at my place with my family. So you can do it, just make it a priority, and it works out, and I think it also works out for us. Haha, I'm like switching places so you guys never know when I am. Keeps things interesting. How do you guys go around keeping your displays clean and dust free? It's been a biggest problem. I have displaying my own sets. So here's the thing we're gonna have to learn, possibly in this coming weeks, months, because this is the first time we're displaying stuff in such way on displays that will be viewed by people and like they have to be dust free. One thing we found is that keeping those guys in closed displays that actually have doors do not really prevents the dust from getting in. Some of the sets have been sitting there for weeks, months, and I do not see many traces of dust inside the displays. Plus, here's the thing that helps us a lot. Soft brushes like these guys, like dusting brushes, are super useful. Probably we're gonna have a schedule like once a month, somebody's gonna go through this place and just like dust it off, and it's gonna keep it nice and easy. If you keep the sets in the open, like here in the warehouse, we saw a lot of dust. Once we keep the sets in a more controlled room with closed space, the dust problem is almost non-existent, which is surprising us, but also is very, very good to know. Teleportation. What happened with the Brick City? Okay, for those of you who don't know, we moved studios. That's why the city was packed. Now I'm in the warehouse where the city will be back on again. Check it out. So this whole space here behind me will be eventually a new city, bigger than the previous one, and also with landscape elements, mountains and stuff. We have big plans for it, so it's gonna get reborn in a new spot. And that actually leads me to the next question. Statias Xantas is asking, did you use any Duplo bricks in the Yavin base build? No, Yavin is designed to be used with Technic and normal bricks for the height of the temple, but we are considering using big Duplo elements for some structural support for mountains, as I said, or landscaping in the actual city, which is possibly the cheapest way to achieve height and structural integrity. So possibly yes. Working at BrickVault Studios, what's the most rewarding part of the job and what's the least rewarding part? The most rewarding part is every day being around all this cool stuff here, mocks and sometimes exclusive early access to some new sets that nobody else is seeing, so we have reviews of fresh stuff right on the dot. This is super rewarding. Least rewarding part is that there is a lot of effort put into the videos and sometimes people don't see it really, and me and Jack and everybody in the studio are putting a lot of things to make sure the videos look good and so on, and it takes sometimes hours, sometimes even days to get this done. So that is something that people don't really recognize, and not many people actually appreciate that, and that is a problem with, I guess, all the YouTubers there, but something good to know. Are you planning on doing any different videos in the future that are not the usual videos? Yes, if you're watching our channel for a few months, maybe you know that we are constantly trying new things, adding stuff. Even those brick vlogs are a new concept that came up to be like last year. We now do the fan mocks videos as a separate entity. We sometimes do news bits instead of the long news videos. So there are things that we like doing from time to time that change things up. We don't really have an established content creation schedule like we used to have. We know what videos you guys like, so we keep doing them, but we're open to doing new stuff from time to time. So yes and yes. Will the studio be open to the public? Possible fan day or tours coming soon? Not soon, but in a matter of months, maybe a year. Yes, that's the plan. That's what we're doing all this around me to make it happen. There's a few more things that we have to figure out to make it right. It's not that easy to open a place to the public visits, so bear with us. Once we get all those quirks figured out and how to do it properly, you're gonna be notified, you're gonna be updated through this channel. So stay tuned. It is something that we're considering very strongly for the future. Is BrickVaultians something you're just trying out or something that you consider keeping? If you're new, that term was used widely in the live streams when we were streaming. We're not streaming anymore as much, and it was used also even last year, I think. So something that has a nice ring to it, and I think from time to time we're gonna refer to you guys as BrickVaultians because it just stuck with us, and it's gonna probably stay. Do you plan on adding more contemporary style builds to the web store? Sci-fi builds, custom modulars, or cars? Yes, right now we're exploring Star Wars mostly because that's something we're most interested in, and we have some excellent designers queued up to design some amazing Star Wars stuff first. As you know, our web store has also different stuff at this point, like Horizon Zero Dawn, like Terminator. Things are changing, and in the future, yes, modulars, perhaps cars, perhaps brickheads, things that are not normally in our web store right now, may be looked into in the future once we explore what we like for now enough to justify adding more stuff. So that is quite a possibility. Did you guys start the BrickVault with intent or for it to grow as big as it is, or was it just a fun side project? I think that's a question for Charlie, but as far as I know, there was a more like a passion project, a fun project. I guess he always wanted a Lego channel. It was successful and was started growing faster than the guys thought it would be. Then I joined and the channel kept growing. So I think it started as a fun side thing, a passion project, and ended up being like an entirely different entity, something that a lot of resources were put into. So yeah, fun project turned into a successful endeavor in the long run. I remember you guys hinting at a minifig scale CR90 a long time ago. Is that still a possibility? Yes, that CR90, the blockade runner, is still in the open. Let me just show you what it is right now. So here is the CR90, the Corvette behind me. That's the front nose. Charlie is promising to work on it at some point in time. When we have time, but now we're focusing our resources on Yavin mostly. But yeah, it's still staying here because we're not breaking it down, because at some point it's gonna receive, updates and stuff. It's gonna require possibly a frame of sorts, because this thing is gonna be like several feet long once it's finished in minifigure scale. So yes, that is still an option. Is BrickVault a full-time job? If so, how profitable is it as a business? Oh, we're so rich, guys. We're so rich. Ramon, are you rich?
We got the money rolling in.
Yeah.
So much cash.
To be honest, it is a full-time job, and it's okay. It's okay. You guys make it happen through the web store and through watching our videos. It's hard a business to run. So just so you know, before anybody starts a Lego channel, it's hard. But yeah, but for us, everybody here in the studio has it as a full-time commitment at this point. With some of us having also part-time jobs on the side that we just like, but this is full-time. Should Lego revive Space Police? Yes or yes? Yes, yes. How do you sort your pieces? Hey, Ramon, that's a question for you.
Perfect. I was about to, look, I'm about to open this up and pack. Oh, wait, no, sort those pieces. Okay. No, yeah, literally, we just sort everything behind us. Each bin is a different type of thing. We don't really care about color too much.
Yeah, you heard the guy.
Simple.
Yeah, it is true. Like before even Ramon joined us, we always sorted by type. If we find it more easy than trying to put effort in sorting by color, it works for us. It may not work for everybody. And once you need different colors, you just grab a drawer and they're easily visible. So I think sorting by color is for people who really want it organized, but it's not entirely necessary for example, the amount of building we do here. And that works for us. So something may work different for everybody. I just crashed into bricks. Kind of look good together. What inspired you guys to make minifigure collections? Well, the guys are all about collecting minifigures, and we said, why not make content out of it? So the first collections, like those Iron Man collections from the back in the days, or Clone Wars collections were one of the first ones, and Batman collections. Once those guys were made as videos, and you guys really liked them, and like some of these guys are the most watched videos on our channel, having millions of views, we just kept doing it, and it became like an icon of our channel. We stopped doing it for now, but those videos will come back. So inspiration was coming from the passion towards minifigures and the fact that that was a good content for the channel, and it just kept growing. So that's why it stayed. Okay, there's the last question. Where did BrickVault start? It started all in Charlie's garage about 2-3 years ago. Or 4 years ago. I don't know. There's a history video of BrickVault that I sat down with Jack together in the old studio, and we went through like all the highlights and milestones of the channel. I'm gonna link it below if you wanna check it out. It's a pretty cool insight on what was happening and explains a lot to our viewers. But yeah, it all started in a garage of Charlie's home back in the day. Yeah, that was it.
I have a question for you guys, just to turn this around. We have a lot of plastic bags, and I have no idea what to do with them. We have too many. So if you guys want to tell me what's a good way to use these, because we have all those full, and then they're just laying around in boxes. I have too many.
All right, you heard the guy. Let us know in the comment section what to do with a truckload at this point of plastic Ziploc bags that we are getting in vast amounts in every order. So let us know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this brick vlog. I appreciate you. That was the update on the displays in our showroom, and also a bunch of questions from you guys answered. I hope you enjoyed it. Might have been a longer video because of that. But thank you so much for watching. As always, leave a like below, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and click the bell button for notifications for every single video that we make. Thank you guys so much for watching. It was Mike, Jack, Ramon, and Charlie. Everybody was here, and I'll see you next time on BrickVault. Bye bye.